Alright, howdy fellas. So I will record a video based on my phone later today. But anyway, this is on my desktop computer. You go to thehuntersite.com, SIGHT, so thehuntersite.com. When you pull in, this is your home page. You have your notes section. You can write any notes, and then shared game photos. So how I envision this is your buyers would create an account. They would click add a property, give it whatever name that they want to, and a description. Create property. Buyer's name pops up. These 6 icons appear. 7-day weather forecast, nutrition. Click the green button. Pre-made templates. Enter in the information. If it's less than an acre, just put a decimal, 0.25. Supplements. If you're in a state that allows feeders, you can have feeders. Feeders are in a drop-down list, and they're based off of your satellite map. So I'll explain that with the property I've already kind of got laid out. But I just want to give you an overlay of what these templates look like. You could do blocks or sacks depending on the type of mineral. I'll show you that later when I go to a different property. If you want to delete a property, you can delete it that way. To delete it, you have to type it exactly right, otherwise it won't let you. So it's kind of like a fail-safe, but hopefully prevent some accidental delete or kids messing around on your computer. So your buyer would create a property and fill this information out. However, I will say they should do all this. There's some shortcuts which I can do in another video, but that'll get complicated and I don't want to overwhelm you. But there's always shortcuts to stuff. But anyway, there's 4 different maps. So you got your topography map. You got your satellite. I'm just zooming in and out, playing with it. Got your hybrid. I'll just show you the roads. So, anyway, hybrid's really my favorite map. Now, the default is this topo with imagery, which is nice and handy. My second favorite, and then you got just your topo. And then you just have your satellite. So, anyway, satellite just basically doesn't have the road names, or hybrid does. So, there you go. You have markers right here. Simply place them on there, give them a name. Draw. Click none. You can give them different colors. So you can modify measure. So it'll give you the acreage. Let me see, move. You can move this. And then erase. Double click on a property marker to erase. And there you go. And then just click save when you're done with your map. And then let me go to a property I already have highlighted. So right now this is just kind of overview of the hunter site, and then later I'll explain how you can use this with your clients to sell, like your buyers. Game photos. Your cameras are on a satellite map. So like here, for instance. Well, not that one because it doesn't have a camera. So here's my camera icon. Protein feeder. This one's named Creek Camera. Whatever you want to name your cameras. And then Creek camera, protein feeder. Click on that, select a folder. I can add a folder. Say it's of bucks in general. It could be a certain buck, a hog, turkey. It could be any animal. Just call it bucks. Create a folder. Click add a photo. You would click here. And then this is how you can upload your game photos. Say your camera had the wrong date and time. You can enter in what the time should be on that first picture that pops up right here and the date. And then click adjust date for all photos, and say you're uploading 70 pictures of bucks, then all the pictures will auto-correct if you set the camera out wrong. You can either leave it or fix it. It's kind of up to you, but you have the ability. Then let me go to a property. It's going to have stuff. So you'd go to game trends, select the camera. Protein feeder bottomland, select a folder, bucks, select the date range. When I do that, it'll tell me the frequency and break it down for me based on time of day, wind direction, and moon phase. So that's kind of how that works. You can use your game photos to help you try and pattern an animal. And just because it says deer, it'll work with whatever your game photo is. Turkey, hogs, whatever. Basically, we just are getting the metadata off of the timestamp, and then we make all this stuff up based on historical weather. So we put all this together. You're not having to do any work as a member. So it's just giving you information, and you can change the date range. And then that'll change, your information here. Anyway, that's how game trends and game photos work together. But with your game photos, like for you guys trying to sell a property, you would click on a photo, and this is how you share. Share it to a hunt club, which is going to be what your seller is going to create, a hunt club, so buyers can join the hunt club, or you're going to be in the hunt club that the buyer creates, and you're going to show you're going to be in the hunt club that the sellers create, and then you're going to show potential buyers the information. Share it to Hickory Creek Ranch. Photo is shared. So nobody can access these properties except me through my account, unless I give out my username and password. This is private information. Now, so your sellers can add records here, and then say they have records already created, like this account. I can click share, and I can choose the hunt club. Okay, well, Hickory Creek Ranch is the name of the property I'm trying to sell. I'm going to share this record to that. And then I can go through each record and share them to Hickory Creek Ranch, so I don't have to retype this information again. Same thing with harvest. Let me find a property that's got some kills on it. And so you can upload your picture. You can share them. Let me share this to Hickory Creek Ranch. Boom. So now prospective buyers can look at all these photos I have of my property. The temperatures added, the wind, pressure, moon, all this weather information is added to each record when you upload a photo, choose buck-tail, hog, turkey, duck, goose, or other. Say you have exotics, like in Texas it's big, just put axis. Then you want to keep up with the age structure of animals, choose from 1.5 to 8.5. And then the date and time harvested, and then stand, which your stands are on your satellite map. When you drop those map markers, you name them, and they're automatically added here. So your feeders, your stands, and your game cameras are all added to your map. So start with your map when doing a property and do your boundaries. And then go in and record keep. That's how it's designed. So you can choose the stand you killed it out of and then just click add harvest, which I don't want to do that right now. But anyway, this is what the records look like. You can add notes. And then we have trends, which I'll show you how this works when there's like this hunter site test property. So say your seller goes and they add records to their property and do all that. Now you're with potential buyers and you're looking at the property. This is what the page looks like for you. There's no green invite button. Like, I guess I didn't cover that yet. Let me go to see, these 3 dots are like means that I'm an admin or I created the hunt club. Hickory Creek Ranch. I can click invite, type in, the email of who I want to invite to this group, which would be you, the agent, needs to be invited so you can have access to the hunt club. This yellow badge means I'm the admin or I was the creator. And admin can make other guys admins by the yellow star. So I can make Sean or my other account an admin, or I can remove people from this hunt club if I want to, if they're being a pain in the butt. If I was part of this and I just want to leave myself without getting kicked out, I could click leave hunt club permanently, and then I'd have to be invited again to join. But anyway, that's how that works. So, from your perspective, when you're showing this to buyers, this is what they'll see. They'll see a notes section. You can highlight whatever you want to about the property in this section. Mark it however you want. You have your map. You can color code things out like this. It's pretty much up to you. You have tons of tools. It just takes some playing around to get used to of knowing how to use them. And you have all your feeders. See, they all have names. Your game cameras all have names. Your stands. Whoops. All have names. So you can have the property so the buyer can look and see, like, okay, he's got stands and cameras here, 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 here. Okay, cool. All right. I can see what my neighbors look like around me. Same thing you guys are utilizing now, except you don't have these map markers and stuff like that. You have a message board that you could utilize or not. This is just a way to put subjects or communicate, and then people can respond and talk back. Game photos, which I feel like is very important. So you saw me share game photos, but this is what it looks like. So the buyers could sit here and look at all the game photos. So that would be nice to see. Instead of only seeing 1, 2, or 5, on a Facebook page or website, you have all this kind of information. Nutrition records. I can look at food plots. What has this guy grown in the last 30 years of owning this property? Okay. This is what he's done, and it seems like it's working out pretty good. So maybe when I'm going to do a fall food plot, I should copy what he's doing. He's, killed a lot of animals, so it's working. Or maybe I see what's not working and based on his records. But anyway, it's just records. Information is priceless, so it really can help a lot. These are what the templates look like. Select a feeder. They're all on the map, so they're for a drop down. Same thing. Food plot, add your record. You can call it a fall mix or give it a specific name like wheat or corn. Date, fertilized. If it was half an acre, 0.5. Mineral blocks. Feeder trends. So, say you want to keep up with a feeder and see January to December how much I've put in there and then the total amount for the whole year. So it's a great way to track consumption. You can compare feeders, which is a great way to try different food sources and see what your animals prefer. And so you can compare and see what they've all done during this timeline. So, and then there's a bar graph displaying that stuff. But anyway, that's how it works. Harvest data. See what the dude has been killing on the property. So, scroll over right here. See all the pictures. See the temperature, where he's killed things at. His notes. You know, what stands he's killed things at. And remember, I've got the satellite map, so I can go back and look and be like, okay, that was the stand he's killed these bucks off of. Okay, here, there, temperature, all that. So anyway, go back to harvest. You can go to harvest trends. Again, this is really for management purposes. This platform will work great with like gamekeepers. And this was like a Mossy Oak platform with gamekeepers. And then obviously selling hunting land, this is awesome because data and records, man, is key to just about everything in life. So you can sit there and see the age structure of bucks killed. You can choose all years that you've had records or an individual year. Gives you the breakdown. Gives it in a bar graph too for those that like to see that kind of stuff. And then a pie chart of bucks versus does killed on a property. You could create a hit list. This is really good for outfitters to utilize as well with clients. But if you're trying to sell land, you could use this hit list to show what's still out there, what the seller knows is still on the property. And so you could create a hit list of these recent game photo pictures and to kind of entice people to be like, oh man, I know he's killed a lot of good deer, but is there anything else killed or what? Or, you know, is there anything else alive? And so you can see kind of like a hit list. So you can use that as a marketing tool. But yeah, you got game photos, hit list, harvest data. You know, you can see the pictures and the information, nutrition records. And then, yeah, just return the journal. So that's where you can show buyers looking at a property. They can see all that kind of detailed information. You can utilize this lease listing section to advertise your land for sale. Eventually, as this grows, I'll include a search feature. So that'll be even better. And the more it grows, the more it helps you guys, because then you have more potential buyers or more eyes viewing your properties. So kind of benefits all of us to work together. But anyway, properties. So your sellers can use all this, and then when they sell, maybe they're buying another piece of land. So then they could use this to set up their next piece of property. And if you guys hunt, this is a great tool, you know, to utilize in uploading your game photos, keeping track of what animals where, and then utilizing game trends, and then figuring out, you know, when is that buck there, and select the date range, and then it'll break it down. So it's a great hunting tool, and use your 7-day weather forecast to see, like, okay, the game trend said southeast wind. I've got a south wind. The pressure is going to be 29, 20, you know. So that can help me pick a stand or pick a property to hunt if I got several properties. So it's just a way to maximize your time. Yeah, keep track of everything you're killing. You've got analytics provided. Same thing with feeders. So anyway, this is the platform. This journal is just like my hunting blog. I post hunting articles and stuff. If that's something you would be interested in using to talk about land or whatever, as far as we can make it somewhat educational, then I don't have a problem if you guys wanted to share on the blog as well, like different articles or stuff about buying or selling land. But anyway, this is the platform as a whole. It's really not that complicated. It just takes a little practice of going in there and using it. The mapping's probably the hardest thing, and it's really not that hard, especially if you've used other mapping services. Now, this is not a phone app, so you got to use your Google Chrome browser on your phone or computer or iPad or whatever. And if you have iPhone or whatever, then use your Safari browser. So if you got a Mac computer, use your Safari browser to utilize the features. If you just use the old Internet Explorer, some of this stuff isn't going to work right. So it's a little bit outdated. But anyway, for our technology. But if you have any questions, you can email me at bryce@thehuntersite.com, or just send me an email or give me a call at 281-387-3989. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.